Madam Chair, I think the mics are off. Is the green light on?
Now it is.
Okay.
Everybody green lights. Okay. Want me to do it again, or did you hear me? All right, may I have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Collins?
Yes, here.
Mr. Whitley?
Here.
Mrs. Les?
Here.
Mr. Lee?
Here.
Chairwoman Shanot?
Here.
Yawa Quorum, Madam Chairwoman.
Thank you, Sarah. Item number 2 on our agenda is approval of the minutes from the meeting of April 23rd. Has anybody reviewed them? Do you have any corrections or amendments, or may I have a motion?
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the minutes as written.
Thank you, Mr. Lee. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you.
Mr. Lee?
Yes.
Mrs. Collins?
Yes.
Mr. Whitley?
I'm going to abstain. I wasn't at that meeting.
Mrs. Les?
Yes.
Chairwoman Shanot?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item number 3, special exception application number 849-711 Washington Boulevard, filed by Verizon Wireless, care of Network Building and Consulting. May I have a reading of the record, please?
Yes. Network building. Address 9000 Junction Drive, Annapolis Junction, Maryland 20701. Requesting to install one cellular antenna on the existing gas station canopy with the wall equipment at 711 Washington Boulevard. The property is zoned CG Commercial General. On April 9, 2015, a request asking for comments was sent to the City of Laurel Department of Public Works, Department of Parks and Recreation, Laurel Police Department, and Office of the Fire Marshal, Maryland State Highway Administration, Prince George's County Health Department, Maryland National Capital Park and Planning Commission, Prince George's County Department of Public Works and Transportation, Washington Suburban Sanitary Commission, Maryland Department of Planning, and Prince George's County Public Schools. On April 10, 2015, the City of Laurel Department of Public Works submitted a response stating that the department had no comments on the application. On April 13, 2015, the Laurel Police Department submitted a response stating that the department had no issues with the request. On April 14, 2015, the City of Laurel Office of the Fire Marshal and City of Laurel Department of Parks and Recreation provided responses stating that the agencies had no comments. On April 15, 2015, the Maryland State Highway Administration provided a response stating that there were no comments on the request. On April 16, 2015, the Washington Suburban Sanitary Commission responded with no comments on the application. The Maryland National Capital Park and Planning Commission provided a response dated April 24th, stating that the commission had no comment on the application. No other responses were received. On April 14th, a notice of the filing of the application was sent to all contiguous property owners. All return receipts were received. The file contains a certificate of publication verifying that this application and public hearing was advertised as required by law in the May 7, 2015 edition of the Prince George's Sentinel. A memorandum from the City of Laurel Planning Commission to the Board of Appeals dated May 13, 2015 reads as follows. At the regular meeting of the City of Laurel Planning Commission held on May 12, 2015, the following action was taken on the subject zoning application. On motion by Mr. Wilson, seconded by Mr. Williford, with Mrs. Holland voting no, and carried on a roll call vote by all other members present, the Planning Commission recommended that the City of Laurel Board of Appeals grant special exception application number 849 without conditions as presented in the technical staff report. That concludes the reading of the file, Madam Chairwoman.
Thank you. Thank you. I thought we were going to pass some. There was something that was going to be passed because this is really, we really have no way of declining these. That they didn't have to come to the Board of Appeals on the antenna issues. No?
Should the co-location, should I mention? Yes. Yes, we changed the law because my understanding is the board and the planning commission was receiving so many that the way that it reads now is once the Board of Appeals grants the first antenna, then other wireless services can
Oh, so it's
can
just,
apply in-house without Board of Appeal approval for co-location.
I see, I see.
You have to
Okay,
approve the first one.
we have to approve the first one. Okay, thank you. I wasn't aware that was the method behind our madness.
Oh.
Is there someone here that would like to speak?
Madam Chairman?
Yes.
City Attorney suggested I mention that after it's established by the board for this permit, if it's granted, and future ones, a structural engineer's report is submitted with the plans that states that the structure can hold the additional weight for the first antenna or the second.
And we don't have the max with the antennas either, do we? We don't have anything like that. It's going to depend on the square footage and the support and all that. Okay, so this is the new wave to come. We're putting them on top of the gas station roofs, huh?
Yes, this is I think of the first.
Of many.
Yeah, I'm sure, we're running out of building tops. So, all right, thank you.
Thank you.
I don't have a sign-up sheet. Is there, I believe we have someone here to speak on Verizon's behalf, yes? Would you like to come to the podium and give us your name and address for the record, please?
Good evening, members of the board. My name is Michael Jones, here representing Verizon Wireless. This site, as you've had a chance to review, is something that we call a small cell antenna. These small cell antennas are our new plan, as we just stated. Our goal is certainly to be a lot smaller in size, smaller in scope, and so that results in smaller antennas that use less power. As you opined earlier, you probably will see a slight uptick in frequency of applications for these sites. However, all of them will be following the same pattern that I hope to be establishing tonight, which would be these small 2-foot by 1-foot antennas at more dense commercial zones that help us provide extra data capacity coverage to our customers in these busy areas. The analogy I like to use is cars of traffic on a highway. You know, as more and more people are using electronic devices, iPhones, iPads, other Android, or cell phones, tablets in general, all